And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome aboard Royal Caribbean's Explorer of the Seas for the inaugural Radio Spirits Cruise. Here's your host, Greg Bell.
Can you believe we're actually doing this? I tell you what, folks, I want to thank you all first and foremost. This is the inaugural one. This is the first. And if you guys don't work out, this is the last. So I want to see some performances, all right? As we join our story, we find the lovely Marion Tutwillow all alone in her lonely desert cabin.
Oh, it's so lonely out here in the desert. There's nothing to listen to but the wind blowing past my window.
What?
There's nothing to do but wash my pants in this old metal tub and listen to the wind blow. Oh, why did my dear old Pappy leave me all those years ago? He took his donkey and walked into the desert. That was 5 years ago, and I really miss the donkey.
One of the things to remember is, in order to keep up the interest of your audience, and I've worked this audience, they're mean. So, you got to keep the pace going. You got to keep your wits about you. You got to make sure that you're on your point. You got to make sure that you keep the flow going, because that's what the radio performers had to do.
Oh, Pappy, I'm so glad you're back. And look, you've still got your donkey. Hello, donkey. Oh, how I miss the sound of your donkey. Now, Pappy, where have you been for the past 5 years?
I've been dragging my ass across the desert.
You have fun?
Had a great time with this. It's really terrific to gather with other people who enjoy the theater of the mind.
In a flash, Mad Jack pointed his gun at Cowboy Slim's head. The crowd gasps. But before Mad Jack could pull the trigger, a strong right hand went smashing into the villain's chin. A strong right hand. And suddenly, the fight was on. Mad Jack got the worst of it, receiving a strong left hand into his stomach, a swift knee into his kidney, and a well-placed foot directly into Mad Jack's nose, which sent Mad Jack's teeth spilling onto the floor. And Mad Jack falls onto the floor like a sack of potatoes. Oh, wow! Like a small sack of potatoes.
Wow! You really beat the snot out of Mad Jack. Where'd you learn to fight like that, Marion?
Catholic school.
It was fantastic finally seeing Greg in person instead of just hearing the voice over the airwaves on the satellite radio, and hearing the history.
Bill Conrad's just not quite built the right way. He wasn't James Arness, and that was a problem when they decided to make it a TV show. Bill Conrad came in and auditioned, and Vic Perrin, who was another great character actor that we play all the time. Vic Perrin's son is the one who told me the story, which I've shared with you on the air a few times. You know, Bill Conrad, they gave him an audition. They said, look, this guy has been Matt Dillon for these years, and everyone knows him as that. He is a talented on-screen actor. He had done a lot of movies at this point. But he was shortish and a little pudgy and balding, and he wasn't the Matt Dillon all of the people growing up thought he looked like. He went into audition, and he sat down in the chair, and Norm Macdonald and some of the guys were visiting with him about it. And when he went to get up, it was one of those kind of old-fashioned barrel chairs, and it got up with him. And he kind of looked around, and Vic Perrin told his son, he goes, that was the end of the audition.
Oh, yes. We thought we had crackers cornered near that star called Sirius. And as you all know, the name Sirius comes from a Greek word that means radio you must pay for.
Exceeded our expectations. It was just wonderful to be actually to get up and act and do the radio stories and everything.
Crackers!
That's right. Now don't move or my androids will break off your arms. Isn't that right, my lovely android?
Break out your arms. Break out your arms.
It was absolutely stupendous, fabulous, nothing like I've ever experienced before.
I never heard of you either.
Yeah.
We just want Joe Deneen.
Oh, no, wait a minute. See, when the script says slight beat, what that means, it's a slight beat of time. It doesn't mean you're slightly beating Pat Novak.
It was absolutely wonderful, and to be able to participate was really great.
Yes. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, sorry. I hope you'll accept this apology. Oh, you shot me in my walnut, Spider! Where? I had some walnuts in my pocket! You shot me in my walnuts!
Hi everyone, I just want to say I had a great time, and for all of you younger generation folks, you need to get into this because it's very entertaining and educational, and we all have a great time together.
But you look good, standing there in the doorway, long and lean enough to make a greyhound turn in his card. Your lips were a pale red color and moist enough to bring a dessert back to life.
A desert.
I like banana pudding.
Just two. This is fabulous. We had a great time. Great people, great entertainment, great fun. Yes. Didn't even need a boat to have a good time.